The reason we are here today is because you are standing from the local board elections this time around from Manurewa.
Absolutely, yeah. I am one of the candidates for local board elections and also for the Wiri Trust election. So there are two boards I'm standing for. One is Wiri Liquor Licensing Trust and another one is Manurewa Local Board. Once we are elected, then we are the voice, we are the advocate for our community. We do the advocacy on their behalf, what the needs are, which are important for our people, how the needs are different for each group and how we can advocate for them. It's not about making fake promises and then not delivering. I will be advocating, I will be giving awareness on different issues.
Do you live in Manurewa?
Absolutely, yeah. I have placed here, I have been living in Manurewa. I have a living connection since 2012. Since 2004, when I first joined the police, my first station was Manurewa, and after that I started living in this area. So I have worked at Manurewa a number of times on and off, and having worked in the police for more than 20 years, I have done a lot of training on, because I've liaised with the other government departments including council, and working on how we can prevent crime through environmental design. So I have 3 grandchildren.
Wow.
Does it give you any indication how old I am? So I'm
not going to take any guesses here. Hello, good afternoon, kia ora. We're sitting at the beautiful botanical gardens today. It's such a stunning day in Auckland in the middle of winter. And here we are sitting with the one and only lovely, beautiful, inspirational, strong Mandeep Kaur Sidhu.
Oh, thank you, Loveleen. Kia ora, good afternoon. Thank you for beautiful introduction. It's lovely to be here.
Thank you for taking the time out and talking to us. And the reason we are here today is because you are standing from the local board elections this time around from Manurewa.
Absolutely, yeah. I am one of the candidates for local board elections and also for the Wiri Trust election. So there are two boards I'm standing for. One is the Liquor Licensing Trust, Wiri Liquor Licensing Trust, and another one is the Manurewa Local Board.
Okay. Can you tell us a little bit more about what does it mean to be in the local board?
Local board candidates, so there is a mayor, and then there are councillors, and then there are local boards. So we have around 21 local boards in Auckland wide. We don't have much ethnic representation on these local boards, but this year I see a lot of interest in our candidates. Each board has got different number of local board candidates, but for local board, for Manurewa local board, we have 8 candidates who will be standing, who will be elected, but there will be many more who will be standing, and out of those there will be 8 who will be elected by our people. Once we are elected, then we are the voice, we are the advocate for our community. We do the advocacy on their behalf, what the needs are, which are important for our people, and for multiple generations, for multiple ethnicities, how the needs are different for each group and how we can advocate for them.
Nice. So you mentioned, Mandeep, that there's going to be 8 people elected from Manurewa itself. In total, there are 21 local boards in the entire of Auckland. And you also mentioned there is not such a great representation from the community. So if I may ask, what community are we referring to here?
Ethnic community.
Ethnic community.
Yeah. We don't have the diverse ethnic community around the table.
I see.
So that is lacking, and absolutely we never had any ethnic person in local board before that.
No ethnic person in the local board at the moment?
At the moment there is no ethnic person in local board.
Well, that's a big concern, isn't it? Given how diverse New Zealand is, I think New Zealand 2025 more diverse than it's ever been.
Absolutely. We have around 6% of the total of Auckland population in Manurewa. Who's
Sorry,
living.
what was that number again?
6% population
6%
of Auckland as a whole. And in that 6%, almost 29% are ethnic people in Manurewa area.
Yeah.
Around 40% is Pacifica
I see.
community. So it's quite a diverse community, and it's a very vibrant suburb in Auckland.
Absolutely.
Yeah. We have so many beautiful locations here. Look, today we have
Botanical
Botanical Garden,
Yeah.
and then there's Totra Park. Then we have the Manurewa Leisure Center. There's a pools, we have Coastal Walkway in Weymouth. So there's a lot of, and we have a golf course in Wattledown. So there are beautiful attractions in this beautiful suburb.
Yeah.
And it's very vibrant, and a lot of our different ethnicities have made this place a home.
Absolutely. I mean, you can sort of look around and, in botanical gardens as well, you see the different kind of people that walk into botanical gardens enjoying the views and how diverse it is. What is the definition of ethnic community?
So ethnic community, anybody who is not Maori, who is not Pacifica,
Right.
and who is not European.
I see.
Everybody else is ethnic. Yeah.
So that is actually quite a diverse range of
Absolutely.
culture and communities and backgrounds.
It covers Middle Eastern, Asian, Southeast Asia, South
Yeah.
Asia. It's just everybody other than the European, Maori, and Pacifica comes under ethnic.
Okay, thank you for covering that for us. A lot of the times we get sent the local board, voting letters or post. I don't think it is something that is very well understood in public in general or in our community, and that's probably why you see not so many people voting towards this. Can you tell us why is it important for people to vote? What kind of things are in scope of the local board that people should then sort of know that this is where the local board comes in, and hence we should be voting towards this?
Absolutely. I think our people are not aware of local boards at all. We take more interest in central government elections.
Yeah.
Local boards are completely different. There should be no influence of central government, because this is more for local issues. That's why the party I'm standing under the banner of, it's Love Manurewa. It is non-political party.
I see.
So if next year the party changes, then our values, what we stand for, will not be influenced. We remain as it is because we are independent.
Yeah.
And the local board plays quite a vital role for the local issues.
So things in scope?
Like parks, safety around the streets. Safety is not from a criminal point of view only. Safety is also, like today we are sitting on this bench, and if it is broken and we fall down, it's a concern for safety. And also if the trees are overgrown and they are, hiding the households, then it's easy for the criminals to go and commit crime. So that also raised the concern of safety, and that's where the local the council, we are basically the governance for the council, advocating for our people, and then we ask for the lighting is important, because if street lights are not on, it's easy for the criminals to come and break into the cars or steal the cars or get into the homes. So environmentally, we can prevent a lot of criminal activities. So that's where council can play a lot of crime prevention role in that space. And having worked in the police for more than 20 years, I have done a lot of training on, because I've liaised with the other government departments, including council, and working on how we can prevent crime through environmental design. So I have an understanding of what environmentally design can actually help to minimize that. So safety is one of the biggest scope for me, and I would like to address that. And on other note, there are a lot of youth in our community who sometimes don't get, they either come from low social economic backgrounds, they can't afford other opportunities. So local board can fund and be co-partner with the other agencies to encourage for leadership skills to be developed in our youth. If they are engaged, then it's more likely that they're not wandering and doing something which doesn't have any direction. So skateboards, swimming, having healthy pools.
The facilities that council provides.
Absolutely, not only for youth, for our elderly,
but everyone,
as well.
all types of demographics.
Absolutely, our elders, our seniors, having some exercises for them at the places where it's easy for them to go, balancing exercise, because how many elderlies they fall at home because they are not taking care of their physical fitness and exercises.
And also because there's no communal areas for them to actually go and hang around and exercise and take walks and sort of things like that. So you mentioned these are the type of things that council looks into. Environmentally making things safe, that's quite an interesting one, because we never thought it like that way, right? When we think about there's crime here, we think about, what went wrong and there was crime and we blame the person and all of that. But it's quite interesting to think about it that way, that, or maybe the light was broken.
Absolutely.
The street light was broken, it was too dark, so therefore that place became the crime scene it is today.
Absolutely, you got that exactly right.
So interesting.
So
interesting.
These things play a very, very important role. And that's where the council plays a role, and that's where you become an advocate. And that's where, if community have someone who looks like them, who can understand their language, who is approachable, they can reach out, and you can advocate, because you can't be on each street every day to do it. It is the people who then contact you.
How do people contact you? So what I'm getting at is that we say that these are the type of things that council is responsible for, and as a local board member, you are representing the council within that region or within that suburb. So if there was an issue out there, how do people get hold of you? How do people approach you? How do people, say for example, even if it's not you in particular, but what is the process? And then how does the local board or the council goes through that prioritization process to address some issues, understanding there's going to be probably a backlog already that exists for each of the regions, right?
Absolutely. Having worked in the police, I understand how the system has to prioritize which are the things which are very immediate to be responded, because there's a bigger threat, so similarly it is council also have the priorities, which issues to be addressed. How people can prioritize, if there are multiple people complaining about the same thing, then obviously it's affecting more people. If it is one or two people who are complaining, it is a issue which then is not prioritized, because there are not multiple people who have been affected by that. There are websites. When local board members are elected, they get their email addresses, their phone numbers, which are issued by the council. Once a member is elected, that member can distribute their business cards, which will include phone number and email, and you can contact that way. You can also contact the 0800 number, the free council number, and then you could call on that number. I think it's 0300 something I haven't remembered. I don't remember that number.
That's okay. We don't expect you to remember that.
Yeah. Thank you. So there are ways to reach out. But if before I am even elected, but if there are any issues which you may wish to share, I'm happy to give my phone number is 021 255 4633. So you can reach out to me, and regardless of I'm winning or not, I could still be your advocate to talk to the relevant people that this is the concern for our community. So
ever so kind, generous, helpful Mandeep, who is always at your service to look after the community and serve in whatever way you can. So it's so stunning to see. So we covered like there's some sort of a prioritization process that the council must go through. The reason I was getting at it is say someone raises an issue with you, so they won't really, it's unfair to have that expectation that it is going to be addressed right away, because it needs to be weighed against everything else.
It takes time.
There's a process to it. So we can't be promising here, or she can't be promising here and say, well, I'll fix this and this and this right away for you, because we won't promise something we can't deliver.
Absolutely, yeah. It's not about making fake promises and then not delivering, but rest assured, I will be advocating, I will be giving awareness on different issues. I will be giving awareness of what fundings are available for our people, because sometimes our people aren't aware. Our ethnic communities lack that information and they don't access those resources, So I'll be the bridge between the council and our communities. And it's not only for ethnic communities, it's for everybody.
Everyone.
For
the
Pacifica communities, people of Manurewa, absolutely. Inclusive of disabled community, because we don't have any disabled person around the table either, but in our team we have one candidate who is representing on behalf of disabled community, how our local infrastructure, public transportation, access to the shopping malls, is it
how to make them more accessible for special needs?
Are they friendly for the special need people? So we need to have those voices.
Yes,
as we need to have the ethnicity representation, similarly we need to have other diverse representation on the table as well.
Absolutely. That's really, really good to know, because sometimes you are very naive or blind to the issues that arise within other demographics because you haven't experienced it. So it's really good to have fair representation around the table. Do you live in Manurewa?
Absolutely. I have placed here. I have been living in Manurewa. I have a living connection since 2012.
2012, so many years. I'm terrible at maths and I work for a bank, but that's about, how many years is that?
It's almost 13 years.
13 years.
In between, for a short time, I had to move out because of my job commitments.
I see.
But I have vested interest in Manurewa since 2004, when I first joined the police. My first station was Manurewa, and after that I started living in this area. So I have worked at Manurewa a number of times, on and off, this is my hood.
You will be a known face. Like Mandeep used to work for New Zealand police. I don't know if I should be saying this, but like if you've been stopped by a cop, a female Indian-looking cop, that's probably been her. Or you made your visit to the police station, you might have actually come across her. But she's been around for a long period of time. What issues do you see in Manurewa? Give me top 3.
I think
what are the top 3 things that, if you are elected, that you would like to address? Let's forget about whether you can or not, that you'd like to address.
I would like to address the loose dogs which are roaming around. It's not safe for our walkers. So having bylaw, I have a great understanding of criminal law and bylaw, how they operate and how they are actually, how bylaws can be established, So stray dogs are one of the priority, and safety, as I mentioned, that is my second. I wouldn't prioritize. I think they are my 3 equal
Yeah.
priorities.
Yeah.
And also the rubbish collection.
Yeah.
You know, it's so important that it's collected weekly. Otherwise, if you leave, it welcomes the crime. You know, if
Yeah.
you see that this is not looked after area, then criminals feel more comfortable.
True.
Just exactly, if
True.
you don't do your lawns, people think nobody's living in
home.
that home. You know, they target
True.
that. Same
Yeah.
thing we do. You know, these things are very important.
Manurewa is home to you, so it has to
Absolutely.
come there. So is rubbish not collected weekly in Manurewa?
No, it is, but recently there had been some changes on some thoughts, not changes, some thoughts that maybe the collection should be
Fortnightly. Like the recycle collection.
Yeah. So
Right.
Yeah, but
I heard a lot of noise about this, so it sounds like it's not really a law yet, or it hasn't really been decided yet,
No.
but it's just
no, some
in the
people,
process of consideration.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
some people just want to make
Or use this as an opportunity.
use this as an opportunity. Yeah, it's not being being law.
It's not happened yet.
It's not happened, but
yet.
it's it's a great opportunity for some people to make a noise.
Right. Okay. That's good to know. That's good to clarify. Thank you for that. You mentioned police. You served 20 years in New Zealand Police.
Yes, over 20 years.
So you're retired now.
I am. Last year I took retirement.
What do you do with your time?
Ooh, plenty, lots.
You're busy? Tell us how you're keeping yourself busy.
Well, I am an accredited mediator, so I do mediations with the disputes when people have any. It's all confidential issues where.
As a contractor, like individually,
as
or
a
with an organization?
No, as a contractor.
As a contractor, yeah.
And I also do restorative justice, that too, as a contractor.
What does that mean?
That means where, an offender has committed a crime and then they have pleaded guilty. Judge gives them an opportunity to be face to face with the victim, to apologize, and also for victim to express to the offender that how their actions have impacted not only them, but also their family.
I see.
Psychologically, financially, physically, how the impact has been. Because sometimes, when you want to bring a change in someone, if you haven't given them so many different perspectives, they don't think, so it's more humanizing the impact for the perpetrator to think like changing, because they didn't know. They just stole the car. They didn't know that by stealing this child couldn't go to the school, or they had to take their mother to the hospital. She missed out, and
how it kind of
chain of impact.
Yeah.
So this is what, and it's a very bringing those. As you are doing, Miss Oprah, in May, to bring out all that, what you really want to talk about. So this is what I try to facilitate by asking questions to victims and offenders, that how the impact has been. And then that report goes to the judge for consideration.
I see.
When they're sentencing, then judge will take that into consideration, what it was.
Like a sharing and learning process.
Absolutely. And also I'm working with social housing. That's my another job. I'm also doing studies. So I have done professional supervision, postgraduate certificate in professional supervision, and now I'm doing this semester I have taken off because there's a lot on plate, but I am continuing to study on drug and alcohol addiction studies, because that's very close to my heart. Through work I have seen it, the impacts of addiction, and also I have a lived experience through family members, so it's very close to my heart, which I really want to address and work for our communities.
Drug and alcohol, no one likes to talk about it, but we know that it's on the rise.
Absolutely, and we don't have many service providers with our cultural and ethnic
background,
lens, who could provide those services, which are more, they are mainly designed for mainstream stream providers do a great job, but if you bring that ethnic and cultural lens with it, you know, it resonates better with our community.
Absolutely, absolutely. Otherwise, it's a hit and miss, right? Like you can say things which may not really reflect the mindset or the background the individual comes from.
Absolutely, and that's exactly that same thing applies with the mediation, with the restorative justice, you know. So I'm very blessed that I have worked in the system to understand how system works, and then I have lived in India, I have lived here in New Zealand, so I have a better understanding of different generations, different cultures, and how to actually be the bridge.
And the exposure of the different issues that you've seen working with the police as well, right? How old are you?
Ooh.
If I may ask. They say never ask a lady her age, but I am going to be courageous. I'm going to be brave, and I'm going to break it. How old are you?
How old do you think I am?
Oh wow, not that one. Not that one.
I know.
I see how it feels when someone else does this to you. That's my line. Every time someone asks me my age, I'll be like, how old do you think I am?
Well, let me just give you some hints. I have a daughter who is 37 years of age.
Wow.
And I have a son who is 35 years of age. My son, my daughter-in-law, they are locals. They are local residents of Manurewa, my grandson. So I have 3 grandchildren.
Wow.
Does it give you any indication how old I am? So I'm
not going to look. I'm not going to take any guesses here.
Well, I'll just give you a bracket rather than being very precise.
Sure.
I'm between 55 and 60.
55 and 60. Okay. The reason I ask you is because younger generation than you, that goes for me as well, and the generation, you know, that's following. We struggle with motivating ourselves. We struggle with finding the direction of where we headed, finding the happiness. How do we sort of continue learning and evolving from where we are for our own personal growth, career growth, but as an individual, you know, what does that journey sort of look like? Whereas you have balanced that so beautifully over the course of your time. And I understand you were like a single parent from a very young age as well, raising 2 children on her own, working with the police, you know, coming to New Zealand, starting to work with the police obviously would have come at, you know, a lot of challenges at the time as well, physical, mental, and all of that. And then done such a great service, a great run of 20 years, retired as a senior sergeant with the New Zealand Police. Now back to education, and she's doing post-graduation. So that's sort of really good to see. How do you do it? What is the mantra, I should say, and how does it, is there a process? Where I'm getting at is that if we were to choose a leader, the leader has to be a role model. The leader has to inspire. The leader has to be someone that we look up to, we can learn from. And we know that the leader is fully capable for us actually guiding through these challenges. And these challenges can simply be life challenges, council challenges, and all of that. But a leader is a leader. You must inspire. And you continue to inspire for so many years in our community. I've seen you everywhere on the stages where, you know, there's a representation required of like a strong Punjabi woman to get up on the stage and talk about issues and talk about problems. How do you do it? And then how do you plan on, I guess, empowering and leading other people so that they can start doing that for themselves as opposed to relying on someone to solve their problems all the time?
Oh, thank you, Loveleen. To be honest,
I mean all of that, by the way.
Yes, absolutely. It actually gives me goosebumps. Thank you for that honor. It humbles me. It humbles me to hear all that from a very inspiring young woman who I admire completely. Coming from your mouth, it makes a lot, it really means a lot to me. I think sometimes you only see the tip of the iceberg when someone is somewhere. There is a lot goes underneath. There's a lot behind those achievements. Nothing comes easy. And there has to be a drive, and I think I'm naturally been gifted for that drive. And even now, when I have taken the retirement, it is coming naturally to me that I need to keep serving till I could. And I think my lived experience has a lot to do with it. I truly believe that I am a chosen child by Vaheguru, by our God, who has given me this service to do, and absolutely to serve. And I want to do that with my whole heart, with honesty, with integrity, I just want to give back to the country who has given me so many opportunities here.
That's beautiful.
That's beautiful. I'm the same Mandeep who was growing up in India, and I love my Chandigarh. I love my Batinda. I love that part where my roots have now uplifted and have rooted here. I do love that part, my heritage in that way. But at the same time, the opportunities which I have experienced in this country, I just feel I need to give back in some way. And this is how I can do it, by serving in the police. So I wouldn't say police is a force, it's a service. And now this is another community service. I'm advocating. I'm your messenger, and I think God has given me this duty, and I want to make this place a better place for my children, for my grandchildren, for children of my friends and other community, so they can all be happy. There's so much happening in the world overall, and if we could make a small difference, then it's gonna be, it will amplify. You do little, then other person also, you're passing on the good messaging rather than just holding so much experience. I believe I have from life and the work.
It has to come to some use.
Absolutely, right? You have to. You have to.
I think it's about influencing, right? Influencing, so that's you influence one person, and that one person influences 10 others through that chain.
That's right.
But it's just beautiful what you said. Is like New Zealand has given you so much, and you have always had this mindset or the sentiment to return to the community that has served you for so many years. We're really lucky to have you, and it does sound like giving is something that comes in very naturally to you as well, given the work that you have been given, the studies that you have undertaken, giving towards meaningful causes.
Thank you.
I think some people do find that happiness in doing things for others. And
it's an addiction.
It's an addiction. It is an addiction.
And there's no study for that addiction.
As much as harm it can do to you, but you don't stop.
I think you get that dopamine from when you, such a reward.
See the other person happy.
Yeah,
right?
When you, once I was listening to a motivational speaker, and he said, when you're doing good, it actually amplifies so much. It makes happy, gives dopamine hit to the person who is doing it. To who you are doing it, it gives dopamine to that person and who is watching it, So it actually amplifies so much the good act.
It's the energy that you create around yourself, right?
So you're not just one person who's enjoying it. It's the whole.
Oh, that's so good. That's so good. We hope that you get elected. And that you're able to do all of this lovely work that you dream of doing for the people of Manurewa. We're wishing you all the very best. I'm sure this doesn't come easy, to being sort of part of that process, taking the time out and all of that sort of comes with it.
Yeah, I think I'm putting myself out there. It is people's choice. I will let them make the choice. I will give them awareness, and I will be there for them to listen to them, but it's their choice who they want to see in this leadership role.
Leader,
if this, you have the choice of who you want the leader who could be your voice, who has the capability to voice your concerns. You choose it. I will never ask you to give me your voting paper. I'll vote on your behalf because I know better. I will empower you to make that decision, because that's what the democracy is. I'm not here to rape the democracy. I'm here to empower the democracy. So, yeah, choice is people's choice, and I'll accept it.
That's a really great point. Make sure you vote for these local board elections, which are taking place.
It's starting from the 9th of September through till 11th of October, Saturday the 11th of October. So you will start
at least 1 month, right? So you have sufficient time to vote.
Sufficient time, and you will start receiving the voting papers via mail in your letterboxes. Make sure you secure your mail, because there are rumors that people can actually take letters from your
and vote on your behalf. Is that what you're saying?
Letters from your letterbox, and if you think that you haven't received your voting paper, do ring the electoral office and tell them that you haven't received your voting paper. So it's very important that your rights are not abused by anybody who doesn't deserve it. So yeah, from 9th of September till the 11th of October, you have time to tick Mandeep Kaur.
So Mandeep Kaur is going to be her name. Do people need to register?
Oh, absolutely.
So if you haven't registered already, there's an opportunity to do so?
There was online opportunity to register till 31st of July.
Yesterday.
Now you have to go at the library, at the council office. You can still register by filling the paper copy.
Yeah.
So you can still register if you haven't. Yeah, absolutely. Register first and then vote for Mandeep Kaur. Thank you.
Thank you. The whole purpose of this interview, or this chat, I should actually say, was for the people of Manurewa to connect with you.
Thank you.
Who you are as a person, the values that you want to carry forward, and the type of work that you would want to do for the people of Manurewa. So, elections paper are going to be in your post from before the 9th of September if you have registered, but you still have an opportunity to register by going to the libraries, and then you have until the 11th of October to vote. Change starts with you, as Mandeep said. So if you want change, you must also take the responsibility it takes as an individual to work towards what you want to happen. So make sure that you vote, and Mandeep is standing in once again from the Manurewa local board under Love Manurewa.
Under Love Manurewa, and also for Wiri Licensing Trust, because it's very important our fundings from Wiri Licensing Trust are utilized for good initiatives. So yeah, vote 2 votes, one Wiri Licensing Trust and one for local board Manurewa.
Thank you so much. Are we going to see you around like street lights and things like that where people normally...
Oh, I'll bring the ladder and I will be changing now. But yeah, absolutely. I'll be on the street doing door knocking. I'll be very honored if you say hello to me. So
you can catch her in action at some point as well over the next couple of months, yeah?
Absolutely. And hopefully I'll lose some weight doing walking.
You look stunning, by the way. This new hairstyle completely suits you.
Thank you.
And I love the colorful earrings.
Oh, thank you.
Ever so glowing and deep. So thank you so much once again for taking the time and talking to us. And I won't say wishing you all the best, because I don't think, that's I don't want to say that. Yeah. So I'd say that we hope that we see you at that table, because we do need more people like you at that table where it matters.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Loveleen. Thank you for your time. It really means a lot to me.
Oh, thanks. My pleasure. Thank you.
Thanks.